Is that okay? And so it's going to be a lot more of lane. Okay, good. Not very active. I know Harold probably be complaining. He's probably at a 90 of a 10. So I know.
This is just fine.
What do you say?
I feel more like a 1 or 2.
You're a 10. You're always a 10, Harold. Just 2, please. 2 per person. 2 blocks, please. People, if you have blocks or pillows or something like that. Thank you, Danny. Para ti, yo tengo el mío aquí. No, thank you. Oh, somebody else might walk in. Great. So, thank you, Dr. Jerry. Have I moved myself? Am I look a little off center? No, it's just me. Should move that way? Yeah. And forward. I'd be too close to Bitsy. There's lots of air bubbles coming out sometimes. All right. So we have 2 blocks for the ones who have blocks or pillows, roll out your blankets or whatever is necessary for the ones joining us online. And so according to the Vedic calendar, the Vedas are very ancient. Ancient is not even the word, but the books where a lot of the philosophy for yoga was written. And so according to the Vedic, and that's where Ayurveda comes from, right? The medicine from the Vedas. We have, we're entering into the new year. It's a 5-day celebration. It's called Diwali. It's a beautiful story behind it, but basically it is the, some people call that the celebration of lights, because everybody customary, and again, there's a whole very long, beautiful story about welcoming Ram back. And so people just lit up the road to welcome Ram back into the city. Speaking about welcoming back somebody, and so everybody lights up all kinds of lights and candles, and it's just a beautiful celebration. And so, but really, what that also means is a sense of hope, right? There's so much going on in the world. There's so much stress and things that not only to remind you we all have and experience those ourselves, and everywhere we look we can actually find us. But again, that sense of Diwali, right, of light, of a new year, of that light coming through is exactly what we need to think about, or maybe a time to, as we even into our Western holidays, that we think about what that means. What is our light? Where do we place our light, our hope, our brightness in this world? How do we do that? And where's, when we say that, when we think about that and we create an intention behind that, so where does our mind go? Where are we thinking that our hopefulness and vision of the world, or maybe our intention for our personal life lies, right? Where do we place that? So again, to remind us that in Diwali, we're really thinking about that. And so allowing our mind to create an intention behind that. So what is my intention? It's not about changing things, as we always remind ourselves, right? It's not about changing my circumstances, and not that we have to be complacent, but to the things that we cannot change, the things that we cannot affect change on, we can actually change our perception of them. That Yoga is allowing ourselves to find that, again, our own truth, right? What is it that is really, really transcendental to all these things that pass and come and go? And, the more we do in our lives, the more active we become, the more engaged in things that we think we want to do for society or for ourselves or our families, the more criticism we're going to uh, gather. And the more people are going to point at you and say, this is not good, and blah, there's always something that is going to be criticized, right? Your family's going to say, oh, that's not to my standards, or people around your work or people around your circles of society, they're going to say, there's always going to be something to be criticized. That's just the way it is. And the idea to look at that is that we need to really receive those with humility, right? It's really important to just listen to that, because that will keep us always humble and never think that we're beyond criticism or that we're too much or we're just this perfect person. There's always something happening with our physical body, with the people around us. So just listen to that with a sense of humility. It doesn't mean that you have to accept that of you going forward, but that this light within you helps you pass through that we are recognizing, because in this life or in many of the infinite lives we've lived, that comment may have been true. So, and we carry our mind and our intellect from life to life with our soul. So there's a part of that that might be true there. So we're never beyond anything. So allowing that our actions from today, that our activities, our movement, our breath are all a sense of duality, a sense of hope, a sense of lighting up this candle and not letting it die away, but maintaining it bright, feeding it to its always shines its strength. So maybe with that intention, we can allow our physical body to engage, to feel that your body softens, and we allow our mind and our head and our shoulders to release, and then the inhalation happens. And as again, we can be in all kinds of places mentally. Bring your body to slowly come into an exhalation that it breathes out when it's ready to breathe out, and you can feel your lungs at your own pace, and then the expansion happens. And look at it in your eyes. So with your mind side, observe your lungs and tissue of your entire torus expanding, and your back, shoulders, neck, and spine, and let your body exhale slowly and feel how that moves your abdomen and that moves your waist. And then do not criticize anything, but allow that breath expands, and you're really expanding your breath to open, to really become broad, and let your energy slowly surrender. And not that you have to control it, not that you have to be just you, but allow that humility to expand, to run through you, that we become truly servants, right? And allow that the exhalation reminds us of that sense of humility and surrendering. And that breath in expands and opens and broadens, and you can feel that the radiation of that energy just comes outside and broad around your body. And then exhale kindly as you breathe slowly towards the ground and your head and your neck. And one more time, allowing your shoulders to roll towards your ears if your body is able, and let your elbows slowly soften and roll your shoulders back as your body is ready to exhale, and feel that your shoulder blades and your clavicle area slowly open. And one more time, gently roll your shoulders forward and up. And again, we compress the neck because we have so much tension. We think that we hold all the pressure of the world in the shoulders. One last time, roll slowly your shoulders forward and up. Bring your fingers towards your shoulders when you're very tall, and let your fingers touch the tip of the shoulders and roll them slowly back. And now engage the elbows, rolling the elbows forward and up towards the sky. And then slowly behind, as if your chest widens and clavicles broaden. And one more time, elbows towards each other. Deep, deep breath in and all the way towards the sky. And let the elbows and shoulder blades move behind you one last time. Again, what does it feel like? What is it reminding you? What are the things that come to your head right now? And not because you're criticizing or they're bad or whatever, just simply let them flow and let your elbows slowly move back, and allow your body again to gracefully feel your body. And then it doesn't mean that you're forcing, that there's any pain, that there's no discomfort, that you're accommodating, that you're inviting gently in the very hopeful intention of the beginning of the class to slowly move, to open, to broaden the shoulders, to allow that every breath is actually the start, that every exhalation is a way to relinquish all the things from the past, and we can always start from anew. And that's the beauty of every breath, that reminds us that the exhalation surrenders and the movement of the shoulders and arms and spine opens and extends to brand new possibilities of your body and mind. And so exhale, releasing your hands, staying slowly, inhale into upright position. When your body is ready, allow your hands to slowly raise the block, one block only between your hands, and as wide, as narrow, as thin as you want to hold it, gently in front of your body towards the sky as you extend, never forcing. Again, always observing the limits of your body, and let the elbows bend so the block comes gently behind your head, behind your shoulders, as the elbows slowly lift, and then press lightly the block into the back of the head and the back of the neck without pinching, just simply to open the front, and let your jaw slowly draw into your throat to slowly extend, not to push, but to slowly extend the neck area and the lengthen of the spine. The elbows lift, the jaw draws down, and feel just a movement of the spine, especially the first vertebra, the atlas, right? That really conduits and creates all the alignment of the rest of your spine. And find your last long exhalation. As your body exhales, raise your arms towards the sky, breath in. Again, holding the block as tight or as loose as you need to, and let your arms slowly move the block just chest height in front of your body, and you hold it just chest height. Breath in, bend your right elbow as you inhale, and then exhale, cross over the block all the way towards the right side of your body, and you allow your block to move and your head look towards the block and your jaw drawn in. Do not lean back, slowly twist, maintaining awareness of your waist, the lumbar spine, the center of your abdomen is strong, and you're lifting, and your belly button area exhales. One more time, breathe in as your right elbow presses back. Inhale slowly, the block gently forward in front of your body, in front of your chest. Exhale, kindly raise the block towards the sky. One more time. Again, squeezing as deeply as you need to, and let your elbows bend slowly so the block comes behind your head, behind your shoulder blades, and then slowly raise it up. Again, pressing against the block as much as you need to, so you can activate those muscles to hold the cervical spine and bring the arms forward, chest height, deep breath in, elbow on the left bends and travel the block across the body. Twist through your tailbone, knees and wide legs. Exhale slowly. Again, never pushing. Allow the abdominal girdle to twist as little as you need to, and you allow your right hand to press back the left arm as much as your body needs to. One more time. Breathe in. And as your body exhales, twist so you can feel the midsection of your body. Squeeze those muscles and then slowly return back to center. Breath in, raising as your body inhales towards the sky, the block towards the ceiling. And one more time, pressing your block deeply or softly by activating those muscles of the shoulders or the entire clavicle area, neck area, and raise towards the sky. Deep breath in, and let your block slowly come gently forward towards the ground, in front of your legs, in between your legs if your legs are extended. Breath in, press. Allow the palms of hands to slowly walk the block a little bit, or roll the block or the blanket or whatever piece of support or prop you have in your hand, and keep moving and see if the block slides further, or you can roll it over and your body slowly extends and reaches softly forward towards the ground until your arms and torso lengthen to your own capacity. And do not hold the shoulders tight. Do not tighten your shoulders, soften them. And give enough room to the space between your shoulder blades so your head falls in between your biceps, between your shoulders, and see what happens when your shoulder blades are light and your body lengthens. And the idea is to maintain your fingers to just create a little bit of extension, right? That your hands are far enough that you can feel that your glutes and hips and lower back and abdomen are working together to extend the vertebrae column, and you lengthen from the base towards the root of your head. One more time. Can you extend and feel the benefit on the muscles And as your body exhales, again, observe the intention of your movement. When your final inhalation happens, so you can breathe in fully into this position, exhale all the way through your tummy muscles and towards the lower back area, and then roll slowly. Again, walk your hands, slide it in, not your back. Your back is not doing anything. Make sure your arms are the ones that are working in to the position, that your spine realigns one vertebrae at a time, and you can feel your body exhaling, and you sit back into your tailbone area, and your shoulders slowly roll, and you can feel your spine lengthen, and you can allow your body to sit in the most upright position, and you feel your body slowly strong. And then take the one block behind your back, behind your glutes, behind the lumbar spine, and let your fingers hold on to that. And see if your fingers slowly hold on to the block, and let the block slowly, as tall or as flat, right? You can place the block in whichever direction, meaning you can place it on the ground flat if your body allows that, or you can place it tall, or your fingers are gently able to support it. If the block is as thin as you need to, whichever it is. So the block is just giving you a point of reference behind you. And I usually hang my thumbs on it or on my fingers to support it, and then let my body slowly move my shoulders back and feel that my body extends, and I press in towards the ground to lengthen the spine. So I'm going to align my abdominal cavity to my lower back, so they are activating each other, meaning the abdomen becomes stronger to support the root of the spine. The knees and legs are not tense, and the arms press slowly down the shoulders, and the jaw draws in, as you already know, to lengthen, to press the shoulders down and extend the crown of the head tall. And find that your spine lengthens, and you can let them breathe, make your spine move and feel the extension. And again, as little or as much intensity as you need to press into it. Find the muscles activated, not pressing, not forcing, not pinching, just simply add as little or as much intensity as your body inhales deeply into your chest to really make those lungs massage the entire spine. And as your body exhales, slowly soften. See what happens when your body softens your elbows and you release pressure back into the intervertebral discs, and your body exhales. One more time, breathing in with your block right behind you. You're going to now raise it off the ground, and you're going to slowly bring your arms a little bit higher with your elbows as bent as you need to, or as extended as you need to, and your torso slowly leans forward. So now the shoulders that tend to move forward and close in the chest and the heart center are going to slowly open wider, and your triceps are going to engage, and your spine is going to move forward, and you feel your body lengthening slowly all the way out. And find the perfect position for your hands, so your hands are actually holding on to the block and they don't come apart, and you feel that your fingers are holding on to the foam or to the prop in between your hands, and you feel that your body lengthens, and you find your shoulders driving away from your earlobes, lengthening the cervical spine, that your abdominal muscles are really connected, that you're breathing out to your gut. One more time, open those back muscles, hip muscles, when your body is ready to exhale. It doesn't matter how far you go, allow your exhalation, that the emptying of the gut area softens the entire tension of the spine, and then carry because of your legs, not because of your back. Your legs press into the ground, and you raise your spine towards the ceiling. Allow your body to exhale very gently. We're going to activate the other counter movement. That means your abdominal cavity needs to be active in order to support your spine. So allowing now both blocks, and you can place those blocks across or the prop, and you can place it right as close towards the edge of your edge of the ilium, right? The edge of the hip bone. And so place your blocks as flat onto the ground, and let your spine very gently travel. So you're going to roll over. Your hips are going to come off the ground. You're going to feel that your spine is going to slowly elbow into the ground, and you're going to raise your hips just about that block height. So I placed my blocks lengthwise right next to each other. So I have a lot of space from left to right. I can easily place them next to each other, have a broader space if that's more comfortable for my body. So find what's most appropriate for your body, and let your, again, edge of your bones, the edge of your hip. You can touch it, use your thumb so you can recognize where the top edge of your hips are and let your body exhale into it and feel that your shoulder blades are the ones on the ground and your head is not pushing. You're not raising your chin, as you already know. Your chin slowly tucks in towards the throat and the vertebrae column lengthens. One more time, finding that your knees and thighs are light. And when your body's ready, when and if your body's ready, slowly allow the heels to come off the ground. And when you raise those legs, make sure that you're not pushing through your neck, right? It's just one leg at a time, and both legs slowly contract the knees and let them flex. Find your feet slowly off the ground. Again, for the ones who are online, make sure that you're not turning your head, that your body is just comfortably. Hopefully, my instructions where it makes sense to you, not that they usually do, but that you're not forcing your neck, that you're really relaxed through your shoulder blades, through your neck spine, through your head area. So find the belly and then slowly raise your legs towards the sky and feel that your toes extend towards the ceiling and find the ball of your toes, the tip of the toes pointed up, or as you already know, the heels of your feet pointed up towards the ceiling and your feet alignment. So observe that your toes and knees are aligned. And so where do you put more pressure? Are you still using those blocks to help you right on that edge of your hip bones? And breathe in. When your body's ready, allow your legs to slowly open wide, left and right side. It doesn't matter how far, just simply open them wide, rotate. Instead of dropping the legs forward to the front, bring your legs in and use the blocks. The blocks are helping you there to raise your hips a little bit and let your legs come in towards the body and wide. And your knees are wider from each other. Your toes are wider from each other. The heels of your feet look towards each other. Your shoulder blades, back of your neck, back of the head into the floor. And your inner thighs lengthen. One more time, engage your glute muscles, the abdomen, the spine, breath in. When your body exhales, roll your knees wider. If you need to use your hands, by all means, let your hands support those positions and then raise your legs slowly towards the sky. Breathe in and see what happens to the lumbar spine when you move your legs. Hold and exhale one more time. Deep breath in. Bend the knees so your knees come towards your chest. Exhale lightly. Feel your body. Again, not your neck, and observe how the contraction of the front, the inner thighs towards each other, the thighs towards the chest. Breath in. Exhale slowly, lengthen the spine, jaw draws in. When your body's ready, raise your legs towards the sky. Use your hips against the blocks. Use the abdomen to strengthen it and open the legs wide. One more time, all the way towards the right and left side of your body, rotating from your inner thighs. Hold it. Find that those hip muscles extend, that you're really engaging those deep muscles inside. And then when your body's ready to breathe in, raise your legs towards the sky. Inhale, inhale. This time, we're going to allow the right leg to slowly come all the way forward in front of your body. It doesn't mean towards the ground. It might be 30 degrees, 45, halfway down, or maybe a little bit deeper. Maybe your heel comes closest towards the floor and feel that your right heel maybe touches the ground, and find your exhalation, that your abdomen supports. And your hands, again, do not tense through your elbows, do not make fists, do not tense through your shoulders, do not tighten your lips. If your breathing is difficult, you've too far, your knees do not need to be locked. Again, less is more. When your body's ready, allow that right leg to slowly raise towards the sky very gently, fusing and connecting to the muscles, and bring the opposite leg, the left leg, towards the ground, a little bit forward or all the way until the heel touches the floor, completely up to you. And so what happens with the range of movement? Are your hips even? What do you notice about one side versus the other? And can you allow balance? Can you find your core, the abdominal muscles? Never lock your knees. The last exhalation, when you breathe out, remember to contract from the diaphragm. So your entire abdominal rectus muscles really press towards your lower back, and then inhale, raise towards the sky. Breath in, bend the knees, exhale. Again, adjust as much as you need to, adapt, modify. Micro adjustments important. Flex your toes, move your knees towards each other, move your thighs towards your chest, towards your abdomen. Exhale slowly one more time. Breathe in, flex your toes in, press the heels out, contract your inner thighs towards each other. Last breath out, and then raise your legs as if you're just pushing through your heels to the ball of your toes, to the tip of the toes towards the sky. Press, lengthen, both legs slowly come gently forward. Not your neck, not your shoulders, not the arms, just the abdomen. And the moment that your lower back or your neck or your arms or your shoulders start activating, that's where you stop and find your abdominal cavity. Exhale, exhale, deep breath in. Again, activate your legs. It's okay to use your leg muscles until your abdomen fires up. When your body exhales, your abdomen, your entire breath out from the diaphragm area, raise slowly. Again, never locking your knees, engage gently. The more extended legs, the more intense the position. Flex your knees into your abdomen, into your chest. Slowly contract inner thighs towards each other. Doesn't mean touching, but some of us do. Flex your toes so the heels press out. You can activate your feet and let your shoulder blades one more time slowly steady to the ground. When your body is ready and you can feel the full exhalation from the depth of your tummy, then raise your legs, press your legs as if you're just pushing against the ceiling, something really heavy. Open the legs wide to left and right side of your body as you exhale. Gently out, raising towards the sky as you breathe in. Again, the breathing is what drives the rhythm of your movement. Your right leg slowly moves forward in front of your body as your body exhales towards the ground. It doesn't matter how far. Engage those muscles. Raise your right leg towards the sky. Deep breath in. Let the left leg slowly move again away from your body towards the ground. Engage those core muscles. Breathing through your diaphragm. Raise the left leg slowly. Do not rush. Do not swing. And then bend both knees towards the chest one more time as if you're contracting your toes. Inner thighs connect and press up towards the sky. Breath in. Both legs together in front of your body a little bit or a whole bunch. It doesn't matter how far. And allow your body to hold for a second. And then engage the length of your abdominal muscles, right? Isometric movement of those muscle fibers while your shoulders and elbows and neck light and your breath is constant. When your body becomes labored breathing or engages labored breathing, that means too far. When your final exhalation empties, raise your legs towards the sky very gently, never locking your knees. Allow your knees to bend. Allow your body to slowly soften your feet in the direction of the floor until your toes touch, until the soles of your feet touch, until your heels touch the ground with your legs apart about hip distance or wider. Deep breath in. And when your body is ready to exhale, soften. Feel that your slow motion is engaging the leg muscles, the glute muscles, the heel muscles, and then press through your heels, not the tip of the toes. Do not ever raise the heels and raise your hips off the block, taller and higher. And your thighs, not your knees, not the ankles. You're able and capable of flexing the toes because it's not on the toes, it's on the heel, on the entire sole of the foot. Mark the extension of the inside arch of your foot with your big toe. Mark the extension of the width of the sole of your foot with your pinky, and make sure that your knees are not wider, that not rotating, that you're simply, they can be wider than your hips, but they're not rotating your knees, they're not rotating your thighs. One more time, not your neck, not the back of the head, the shoulder blades, the elbows, the upper back, not the spine area. When your body's ready, take a deep, deep breath in. Allow the elbows to slowly soften your hips onto the blocks one more time and find the perfect position for your blocks. Contract your knees in, flex them off the ground, raise them towards the sky. Deep breath in. Extend the toes as if you're pushing towards the ceiling and exhale your legs wide outside your body, slowly holding one breath. Make sure your neck is not tense. When your body exhales, flex or point your toes and then raise towards the sky. Deep breath in. This time, you're going to hold the legs up and you're going to slowly rotate your knees as if you're just looking with your knees towards the right side, not your shoulders. Your shoulders not change positions. Your neck is not turning, as if you're just pointing your toes to the right side of your body. And then you're going to move your legs just out as if they're about to come over the right shoulder. It doesn't mean that you have to touch the right shoulder, just less is more. And your abdomen supports, your neck is light, your shoulder blades are strong. Again, what is your intention? One more time. As we said at the beginning of the class, right? Observe your breathing, observe that duality, that sensation of hope and that light that comes from within. When your body moves, what is the energy that you're making, create through your physical body. When your last long exhalation, empty through, and then carry your legs slowly back to center, all the way towards the sky. Never lock your knees. Bend your knees until the tip of the toes slowly touch the ground. So allow your legs to slowly move all the way towards the floor. Touch the tip of the toes and hold for a second, just the tip of the toes touching. And your belly supports. Can you find the strength of your abdominal cavity? That means from the lower ribs towards the pelvic floor, right? That entire space of the abdomen, and your neck and shoulders are light. When your body's ready, with the tip of the big toe or all the toes into the ground, raise your arms from the ground up and let your shoulder blades not come off the floor. Just your palms and hands to slowly move towards each other. Palms and hands touch. Exhale, knees are tall, big toes or tip of the toes into the ground. Shoulders, neck, spine. Breathe in, jaw draws in. Find your facial expression. You're breathing to support. One more time, press the back of the shoulder blades into the floor. Palms and hands touch so you can feel your chest engage, and you can feel the front of your pectoral muscles supporting that neck area. When your body exhales, your elbows are never locked. Press your hands as if you're just squeezing somebody's head. Maybe your husband's or wife's head right there in between your hands, and then raise your legs all the way towards the sky. Stretch your legs and exhale slowly. We never promote violence, but there are certain occasions. Find your shoulders and elbows to support into the ground. Inhale kindly. When your body is ready, allow your toes and knees to look towards the left side of your body, right? As if you just make them look towards the left shoulder, and then slowly let your legs draw, gently extend or move or flex into that left shoulder, not affecting your neck, not affecting the right shoulder, and feel that your body just moves slowly the waist. And so can you find that core or that core section, right? All those muscles that are your core, not only the abdominal cavity, but your glutes, your lower back, are your shoulder blades and neck area, palms and hands steady to the ground, supporting your hips, touching your blocks, touching the edges of your mat. When your body's ready, can you find, again, surrender, right? Do not fight it. Just surrender the movement. So the passive extension and contraction is really important to the neck core, and then raise without locking the knees. Raise, raise, raise towards the sky. Deep breath in, hold into the sky. Allow your body to exhale into this position, retaining your right leg up and dropping your left leg to the side, gently as if you're moving it towards the left shoulder or outside the left shoulder, with the tip of the toes leading the position, the kneecap looking towards the ground while your right leg remains tall. Breath in. When your body's ready, allow the right leg to slowly, again, shoulder blades, make sure you're looking at your shoulder blades that are flat to the ground. Your right leg moves forward in front of your body towards the ground. It doesn't matter how far or how deep. Exhale slowly, extend, point, flex the foot, the toes. Observe your body. What happens to the hips? What happens to your abdomen? What happens to the entire abdominal cavity? Are your shoulder blades tight? Are you grinding through your teeth? Or are you doing less? Because less is more, right? Find your body. Your body is now trying to find those deep movements inside. When your body connects to those very subtle muscles in the very abdomen cavity, let your last long exhalation to empty through that. Your left leg keeps moving towards the shoulder. Let your body breathes all the way out, and soften your knees, both legs, gently raising towards the sky. Breathe in, bend your knees until the tip of the toes slowly touch the ground, and you find the tip of the toes supported. Gently heels off the floor, and your arms come off the ground to, again, reset the body. Feel your knees tall, palms and hands touch, elbows never locked, shoulder blades are pressed against the yoga mat, and your neck and jaw never tight. Do not fist into position. Do not tighten or white knuckle the position. Observe your tummy as your tummy is, again, just dropping in towards the lower back. When your last long inhalation happens, to breathe in through the length of the spine. Again, hands are active, so you're really engaging your pectoral muscles at this point to find strength into the upper body. Exhale. And then slowly inhaling, soften the hands, elbows, and shoulders, and releasing towards the sides of the body as you breathe out. Immediately the legs contract in as you inhale. and exhale them towards the sky, breathing out, holding, pushing the ceiling, breath in. When your body's ready, allow your body to move the right leg slowly towards the right side of your body, as if you're just about to touch the right shoulder or outside the right shoulder, and your abdomen supports, and your left leg remains tall for a second until you really are fully aware of the positioning and the alignment of the right leg and your tummy. Can you connect to your abdominal muscles? Are you, again, grinding? Are you tensing? Are you doing something that is not beneficial to your body? And you know deeply inside how much or how deeply you need to move. If this is okay and that's enough for your body, stay right here. For some of us, maybe the left leg is able to slowly start moving a little bit forward, or maybe all the way as if you're just hovering or touching the ground with the heel of the left foot, and your body exhales, and see what happens to those hips, what happens to the abdominal. Again, those are all parts of the core muscles, right? And can you find your shoulders? Not tighten, you're not pushing through, you're not fisting through your fingers and knuckles. You're softening your body and engaging, focusing the sole attention of your body into that core. Can you let your spine lengthen one more time? Observe that your abdominal muscles are starting to understand that you really need that strength, that your belly button area moves towards the center of your lower back, that your jaw and facial expression are not tense when your last long exhalation is your right leg still moving towards the shoulder and towards the ground. Inhale. And as you exhale, you soften the tension that may have created, and then inhale it gently towards the sky. Both legs slowly reach towards the ceiling, very, very gently, pointing the toes, heels, and bending the knees. And let your knees slowly bend one more time. Let them place slowly towards the ground, the toes, the ball of your toes, the heel of your feet. And then exhale, press your feet with your legs as wide as your hips or wider, never twisting through the toes only. Allow the heel of your feet to be supported onto the ground, and with your elbows, triceps, shoulder blades into the floor, raise your glutes and hold. And see if your glutes come a little bit higher off the blocks or prop under your hips, and your abdomen flattens. And you point your knees away from the hips. Not because you're pressing into your toes, because you're really activating that hip flexor to extend, that your glute muscles are really active, and you're holding gently your hips tall, and your neck and shoulders are not tense. Your head is able to softly and loosely move from left to right, very gently, right? Allowing the shoulder blades, the scapular area to really be pressing to the ground, the triceps, the back of the elbows, breathing slowly into your chest, so your chest becomes active and full. One more time. Again, activating strength into those muscles on the lower body when your body's ready. Exhale and then release, and place your hips in the perfect position on those blocks. And that means adjusting and readjusting all the time. When the body's ready, with your legs apart and your knees apart, you're going to slowly retract your knees into your abdomen, into the sides of your ribs, with your hands into the edges of the blocks, the ground, the edges of your yoga mat, with your feet slowly looking towards each other. So the soles of your feet are now going to slowly start looking into each other, while the big toe and big toe rest against each other, maybe the inside of your heels or maybe the outside of your heels. Maybe your knees are broadened. Maybe you're comfortable enough to allow your hands to hold on to your thighs or your knees or your shins, so it feels more comfortable to reach for the tip of your toes and press your heels in towards the groin, while your spine lengthens and you breathe slowly through your spine, allowing the belly button area to touch slowly towards the lower back. Every time that every breath is an exercise of that abdominal strength. When your body exhales, and your elbows maybe help to press, if you're holding on to the tip of the toes, towards the inner thighs, towards the calves. When your body's ready to exhale, breathe all the way out. Feel that your hips are moving, that you're gently expanding that lower back. When your final breath comes in, let your breath enter into that part of your body. And as you exhale all the way through, slowly bring those heels and your inner thighs wider and wider, and then slowly press them up towards the sky, directly towards the ceiling. Long extension, breathing fully up, and hold your hands towards the sides of your body, towards your blocks, towards your hips. Gently soften the elbows. When your body's ready, both legs slowly move stretched, them just in front of your hips towards the ground, or maybe halfway down, or maybe just parallel towards the ground. It doesn't matter. Your strength, your ability, not tense your neck, do not tense your shoulders, and activate those muscles when your body's ready, exactly where you are. It doesn't matter how high your legs are off the ground. Open your legs a little bit wider, and then keep traveling with your legs until you feel that the extension of the legs activate the length of the sides of your abdominis rectus, right? Those abdominal muscles, and engaging your obliques, really extending. Maybe your arms are holding your legs and supporting your legs. Maybe you want to add intensity, then your arms come over your head above the shoulders, flatten to the ground. And you exhale, pointing the toes, flexing your feet. It doesn't matter. Find your knees never locked. One more time. Can you really flatten? Can you really extend gently the belly area? When your last long exhalation empties all the way through, slowly bending the knees, and help with your hands if needed, and bring your body to slowly support. Contract slowly your knees into your chest. Exhale all the way through. Hold your hands. Again, your blocks, you can move them, you can adjust. You never are in suffering or in stoic movements of the body. You want to really maintain that connection that is gentle. Your hands come towards your knees, towards your shins, towards your thighs, and hug your legs a little bit deeper into your tummy. So now you're going to contract those muscles. The muscles were lengthening. Now you're going to flex them to reduce the distance between your pubic bone and the edge of your sternum. So that midsection between your chest and your pelvic floor is tight and connected, and you're massaging your organs inside. When your body's ready, allow the exhalation to empty through. Inhale one more time, and you're going to move your knees a little bit towards the right side. So you're almost leaning into the right edge of the hip, and when your body exhales just a little bit to the right side of your body, and see what it feels like to move the knees to the right while you're hugging them, or you're connecting them to your chest and abdomen, and your head relaxes, your shoulders are softened, you're not pushing through the upper body. Exhale, connect. Feel that your muscles and the abdominal cavity are really connected towards each other, and your head looks gently towards the left, opposite to your knees. And see if that's okay with your neck, especially if you have any cervical issues. Make sure that your body agrees with the movement. And all you're doing is an opportunity for the spine to add range of movement, and the muscles around it, right? There's this erecti spinae muscles, meaning those muscles that maintain the spine or the vertebrae column erect, are activated. And so they're very much in interdependence, antagonistic to the muscles of the abdomen and core. And so let your body exhale through this position, and feel your shoulders not tight, and trust your body into whatever is telling you right now, and then retract your knees back to center as your body slowly inhales. Breathe, breathe, breathe in. Exhale, head back into center. Allow your hands to undo, raise your legs towards the sky, bring your feet a little bit taller. Maybe your legs are coming closer towards your head. So you're going to let them drop over your chest. And again, your blocks adjust, adapt, your knees adapt and support, your hands stay on the legs, on the ground, on the blocks, above the shoulders, whichever is most comfortable. Feel your spine telling you what is exactly that my body needs. When my body is ready to exhale, and I feel a long expansion, again, never pinching, never through pain, when the abdomen sinks and you can really focus and be grateful for the abdominal cavity, just focus. And sometimes the abdomen is a very interesting part of the body that connects to the sense of gutting things, right? I never protest, I never complain, or I'm too much in my gut, in my reactionary body. I just simply react immediately from that core. So allow your entire body to feel that connection to your gut, which sometimes is called your second brain. And let the body exhale all the way through, shoulder blades, neck area. When the last exhalation empties, and you can really find, again, balance and strength through your core. Raise your legs, slowly extend them up towards the sky, breathing in. And then one more time, bending the knees until your knees come slowly towards your chest, and you hold with your hands your thighs, hamstrings, kneecap, shins, and slowly connect them towards each other and into the chest. And you breathe and you exhale and find your knees moving a little bit towards the left side of your body as you're slowly rolling gently, gently. Allow your spine, your shoulders never to tighten. Doesn't matter how far you need to go to one side. Let your body exhale kindly and hold it. And you adjust while your head and neck is light and you're not shrugging. Let your body and trust your body to move your head a little bit or a whole bunch towards the right shoulder. And your body exhales and see what happens when you move. What part of your body immediately starting to talk to you? Is there a part of your body that triggers and finds a beautiful strength? Maybe something that you have not realized before, and how much your body sustains this position. And maybe the exhalation just becomes a conduit of gratitude towards that part of your body. And we open the spine to be, again, movement, to twist, right? The spine is this protective, is the true column of the body, where the body stands on, and all these emotions travel through that vertebrae column. Can you find balance in it? Can you let your body one more time? All the other muscles really support on the core, on the torso, that fine, long extension of the spine. When the last breath, again, oblique muscles including into this position, raise your knees back to center very gently. Do not rush. We might feel like, we need to move fast because the body is just tired. Let your body slow down and use your breath, and let your hands support you. Extend your legs towards the sky one more time, breathing in, and you can add intensity. You can soften intensity, soften your knees. Maybe your hands come towards the back of your legs, towards the knees, towards the calves, towards the toes, and your legs come closer towards your head, and you let them drop over because gravity is carrying your legs out. You're not forcing anything. And you're very important to maintain your head aligned with your legs. So you're not turning your head at this point. You slowly soften your jaw and let those spinae erecti muscles, the muscles that support the sides on the right and left side of your vertebrae column, that really lengthen. And your abdominal muscles, and feel the entire extension of your back. And let your body exhale kindly. Inhale slowly into this position. When your body's ready, find that exhalation empties through, and then kindly bring your legs. Again, you're going to feel that your muscles have stretched, have moved, especially in parts that we usually don't reach, and bend your knees kindly. So give time, give grace, invite that sense of softness into the movement until the toes touch and the heels touch and the soles of your feet touch the ground, and you adjust the perfect distance. So it's not the knees, it's not the back, it's not the neck for sure. And your feet are strong enough that they're going to be prepared to lift the glutes off the ground one more time. Press the heels, and with the strength of your thighs and glutes and abdomen, you're going to slowly raise the hips. And as you raise the hips, you're going to bring the blocks a little bit higher. So now the blocks are going to come deeper in. Maybe it's just one block that comes deeper into your lower back. And you find your glutes slowly taller towards the sky, and you adjust and you modify. There's not a one rule, right? It's your body moving into what's most appropriate. It's not the neck. As we repeat, is the back of the shoulders, the back of the triceps that give you balance, and you're not pushing, you're inviting. When your body's ready and your body's ready to exhale, then slowly drop again, wherever the blocks are, right into that lumbar spine, and you're going to let the hips come a little bit closer towards the ground and feel that your body rolls. And maybe you need to adjust a little bit. Maybe your hips need to move a little bit so your blocks are right on the arch of that lower back, until your glutes are coming closer to the floor. And for some of us, that means the glutes touch and your back is arched enough that you're feeling the lumbar spine really arch, and your shoulders drop outside the body, and your arms are maybe holding the hips or holding the block, or maybe extend to the side so you can feel that your back is finally aiding into that very deep stretch, that very deep arch. And the muscles that we were contracting that connect, again, they insert into that sternum, right? Into the chest plate, into the breastbone. They lengthen all along, and you can feel them. You can even touch them. You can see how your skin moves. If your skin is moving and your abdomen is stretching, your hips are sinking, you can feel how those muscles internally are moving. So beyond the derma, you can feel your adipose tissue, that is just that layer of fat between the skin, between the derma side and your muscles, and your muscles, so you know, are covered with fascia that connect all the way through the spine area. Again, never stay in pain, never stay longer than your body allows it. When your body exhales all the way through, feel the last long exhalation that comes from the diaphragm. Move kindly through the spine, and when your body is ready, raise those hips very, very gently and feel your spine. Feel your shoulder blades, not your neck, not your head. And then press on your feet. So your hips are coming taller. Your blocks are slowly going to slide out of the body, and you're going to bring them away from your back until your spine starts releasing into the floor, until your glutes touch the ground. And your shoulder blades adjust, and your neck is a little bit longer, and your hips are a little bit more released into the ground, and you find your jaw, you find your head and your neck, and you find your body exhaling one more time. Your hands leaving the blocks to the sides. You're going to use them in a few seconds. Let your hands come slowly off the ground towards the sky until the palms of the hands slowly touch. Elbows never extend, soften them, press the back of your shoulder blades into the ground. Your jaw draws in. Squeeze as if you're just engaging your chest muscles. Your chest muscles become strong. Make them pump those pectoral muscles so they are holding the shoulder blades, and your elbows are never locked. Squeeze the hands, press them against each other as you're finding strength into your arms. One more time. The chin, very important to be drawn in towards the throat. Let your last full breath, engaging those muscles. And when your body's ready, exhale and slowly soften your hands, your shoulders, your elbows, your arms, and let only one block come in between your inner thighs or knees. And it can be as thin or as wide as you need to place it. Your choice, your prerogative, how far you want to place your legs and how much does it feel comfortable. And place the block right in between knee and inner thighs. And when the body's ready, allow your legs to slowly come and lift off the ground, holding the block in between your legs with your legs, not with your hands. And let your hands slowly come onto the edges of your yoga mat, towards the ground, towards the sides of your shoulders, above the shoulders with your elbows extended or bent. And let your legs extend towards the sky. And feel now that you're holding the block in between your inner thighs, and your legs extend and point the toes towards the ceiling, the heels towards the ceiling, or anywhere in between. Doesn't mean that you lock your knees. And when your body exhales, squeeze into those inner thighs, into your knees to hold the block, engaging those deep muscles of the tummy. Slowly hold and squeeze your legs against the block. Shoulder blades, neck is relaxed. One more time, allow the vertebrae column to be really active, to be elongating, to always adjust the position of your head and neck when your body is ready. Again, the strength of your core. Can you find those muscles? And move your legs a little bit towards the right side. I see your toes move towards the right side and towards the right shoulder. So it's not forward towards the ground, but up towards the ground, towards the right shoulder, towards the right ear, towards the direction of the side of your rib cage. And your left shoulder blade is not lifting. Your left shoulder is flat into the ground, and you're loosening up your chest, you're loosening up your shoulders, so your not upper body remains neutral, your neck is not engaged, it's simply the core. When your body exhales, again, finding the strength of what it means to support the legs as you squeeze the block, not drop the block, exhale all the way through, raise it. Again, you can add intensity or release or soft intensity. You can be as relaxed in the position as you need to. When your body's ready, allow your toes to, again, reach for the ground as you bend your knees, and let your toes slowly reach for the floor. Rest your feet. Do not lock the block. Do not lose it, I should say. Squeeze it into the inner thighs. Exhale your tummy. Breath in. Allow your belly button area to slowly soften towards the ground. Find your spine, especially the lumbar spine, not to be arching off the ground when your body is ready. One more time. Feel the length of the spine when you inhale, as if you're just really elongating every piece of, or every one of those vertebrae on the floor, and then slowly adjust, adapt, feel what it feels right for your body. Raise the heels and do not do it quickly. Let your body know what you're doing by contracting the knees, lifting the feet, extending the legs all the way towards the sky. Allow the toes all the way to point or flex towards the ceiling, and your jaw draws in. Allow your shoulder blades never to be engaged, your chest to be light. As you already know, your upper body at this point doesn't want to tense the neck. You want to engage the midsection core of your body. Breath in. When your body is ready, move your legs slowly towards the left side. And can you squeeze the blocks onto the inner thighs towards the left? Allow your jaw, allow your neck, allow your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale all the way through. Again, your toes travel closer towards the upper left of your body rather than the lower left. If I were to hold you from the heels and press you up towards the wall above you, that's exactly the movement that you want to indicate your body to do. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. Doesn't mean that you lock your knees, because if you're doing all the work from your thighs, right, that's not either necessary either. You want to really engage your core muscles. Is your right shoulder and your right elbow tight? Are you slow or lift the ground? Are you slowly soften it into the ground? Exhalation, that your body breathes way through. When the last two breaths, empty, beautiful. And breathe. So one more time, last long exhalation from the core. Raise the block slowly and your legs in, holding the block towards the sky, and bend the knees. Exhale. Allow the feet to slowly touch toes. The heels relax, soften. Raise your arms towards the sky. Breath in, and allow your body to embrace the chest. So cross one arm. It doesn't matter which arm, as long as you remember which one started first in the rotation and hugging your chest. And that's the most favorable side for your body. And reach for your shoulders, for the top of the shoulders, for the inside of your shoulder blades. How far you want to move your fingers is completely up to you, and your neck is light and your spine is long, and you breathe in. When your hands are holding, you breathe in so your lungs create pressure into your thorax, and let the belly and chest sink. When you exhale, and breathe in through your nose one more time, all the way as if your thorax is being massaged because of the pressure of your lungs inside the rib cage. And exhale last one time. Can you feel your body breathing into this position? Inhale. And then exhale slowly. Find your hands to undo, slowly soften. Bring your arms to the sides of your body. Is this okay? Is this too light for everybody? Are we doing okay? Okay. Is it a one still for Harold? Let your belly exhale all the way through this position. When and if your body is ready, can you find a long exhalation that your spine, your shoulders, your vertebrae column, your sacrum, right? The last fused vertebrae at the end of the spine, in between your hips, and travel with your mind from the shoulders down the sides of your torso towards your hips. When your last long exhalation empties through. Very kindly, we're going to raise the heels. Allow not your neck ever, but your abdomen to walk the toes in and bring your knees in. Allow your hands to reach for that block in between your knees, and then place it in between your calves or ankles or arch of your feet. So now you're going to not only softly hold, of course, you can softly just hold the block, or you can strongly hold the block in between your feet to add that inner thigh and groin strength, that lower abdominal strength activation. So find those legs holding the block. Deep breath. When your body is ready. Again, holding on to that block so your block is not dropped. Find your last long deep breath in, and then bend your knees until your block is almost to touch the ground. So you're going to bend the knees and bring your feet slowly as if your block is gently going to touch the floor without resting it. Just simply touch it, brush it, and then inhale, holding, squeezing the block. One more time, flatten your belly. Do not tense your neck, do not tense your shoulders, do not arch your back. Find your last long exhalation. When your body's ready, you raise your legs towards the sky. Deep breath in, holding, and bring it over towards the head area. Remember, as we did before when we had the block underneath. Find your exhalation, squeeze. You can squeeze. The deeper you squeeze into the block, and again, you can look at your balance, right? Is your right leg and your left leg balanced enough that you finding the block is perfectly stable? And then the deeper you hold, the more intense the position. Find, again, those deep muscles firing up, really activating. When and if your last long inhalation happens, bend the knees, and one more time, allow the block to brush towards the ground. Exhale, single breath, slowly all the way towards the floor, and then carry it up as you inhale. Slowly raise the legs, raise it up all the way as if it's coming towards the head in a single breath. And then bend it one more time, flexing, placing. Again, mindful of both shoulders, the length of the spine. Inhale, last two breaths. Engage, raise, raise, raise. Again, range of movement. Feel that your body really moves through your legs, that your abdominal muscles are really exhaling and flattening when you breathe gently, your knees and block towards the ground. And last time, full extension. So what does it feel like for your body to rediscover the strength that you extend and reach as your body exhales all the way gently towards the ground? Rest the block into the floor, soften your feet, breath in. Holding the block between your arches, between your feet, between your calves or ankles. Allow your belly to flatten, and then slowly you're going to bend the knees and then bring the block in towards the space above the hips. And you're going to let the block in between your arches, and your hands are going to hold on to your knees, to your shins, to your ankles, to the toes, to the block, and let the block slowly be held in between your feet. So now your hips are a little bit wider, and you're going to feel that your inner thighs widen. And again, your hands can reach towards your toes, towards the ankles, or your knees, towards your thighs. It doesn't matter, your inner thighs if that's needed, and let your knees point farther away from each other. So now is your inner thighs. Again, that deep abdominal cavity that we were actually contracting and working with is now being stretched by pressing your feet against. And let your body, not to tear anything, not to overheat, not to, again, force any part of your body. Is your breath rhythmic still? Are you still in yoga? Is your mind still connected to? Let your last two breaths engaging. Exhale all the way through. Find the back of your neck. One long, deep breath into the spine. And then your hands and arms and elbows, soften gently your legs. Hold on to your block. Hold it with your hands and release your feet slowly towards the ground. Beautiful. Breath in. And gently, you want to use maybe both blocks, maybe one block. Place it in between your hands. Both hands press against the block. Your knees are bent. Your feet are parallel. Allow the blocks to touch each other, the hands to be on the outside of the blocks, and then slowly raise the blocks in between your hands towards the sky. And you press lightly into them. And you observe your spine to be flat, your belly to be flat, your jaw to be drawn in. Extend your fingers, your hands and arms, and maybe your arms come over your head as your body exhales. Do not let the arms come all the way towards the ground. Hover them over the floor and feel that you're holding on to the block, with both hands pressing into the blocks, and your belly supports, and your knees are flexed, your feet are soft, and your belly again sinks to reduce the arch of the lower back, and you again use your chest muscles, your shoulder muscles to hold onto the block. And you will notice how much that engages the core of your body. When your body's ready, hold on to the blocks exactly where they are, and then slowly raise the heels, walk the toes in towards the glutes, and extend your legs up towards the sky. And your heels are on your feet, not on your arms. So breath in slowly. Let the exhalation, find your toes, move up towards the sky, open the legs wide outside left and right side of your body, as if you're just stretching the toes and knees outside away from each other. And the block remains in between your hands, holding it between the palms, stronger, the more intense. Your legs move towards the shoulders rather than away from the shoulders. When your body exhales, raise your legs towards the sky, deep breath in. Holding the block, allow your legs to move forward together in front of your body, as if you're just about to touch maybe the heels towards the ground or anywhere in between. Find your belly, find your flat abdomen, find your glutes, all the core muscles, oblique muscles, important. Exhale, hold on to the block. Exhale, not your shoulders, not your neck. Can you find your body to exhale, flattening the arch of the spine, never locking the knees? Raise your legs towards the sky, deep breath in, beautiful. Hold it, open the legs one more time out to the right and left side of your body. Exhale, exhale, holding the block. Inhale, raising towards the sky, deep breath in. Moving the legs slowly forward in front of your body towards the ground. It doesn't matter how close. And then raise it one last time towards the sky. Breath in, slowly, slowly. Open the legs final time. Wide, wide. Move those hips, inner thighs, and then slowly activate the toes as much as you need to. And then move the legs slowly out in front of your body for the final long extension of the abdominal cavity, especially in the lower abdomen, and to raise towards the sky as you breathe in. Allow your knees to bend and the blocks to raise slowly towards the sky. So what are the muscles of your chest? How are they engaged? Your pectoral muscles slowly support and breathe in. Is your neck supportive? One more time, inhale. And bring the blocks without raising the left shoulder, bring the blocks towards the right side of your body. So your left shoulder stays on the ground, just simply move the right elbow to bend and the blocks to come all the way across your chest. Breath in, squeeze the blocks. Exhale, exhale, shoulder blade as flat into the ground as needed. Your right elbow as bent as it needs to be. And when your body exhales, again, raise the blocks towards the sky. Breath in. Allow your chest to be strong and the left elbow to bend, to cross over the right arm, squeezing the blocks. It doesn't matter how far or how low, just simply allow your neck and head not to turn, to slowly soften your jaw. Breathe in. Can you engage your entire scapular area, shoulder blade area? One more time, empty your gut and raise your blocks towards the sky. Deep breath in and out towards the right side. Bending the right elbow, slow motion, feel the range to the same muscles that you fired up before, raise them up towards the sky, raise your hands, blocks, and out towards the left. Breathe out, left elbow bends, right arm comes across, gently raise up towards the sky, one more time. Right elbow exhales, slowly crossing it over your chest, breathe out, one inhalation towards the center. Again, your range, your intensity, left elbow bends across the body towards the left of your shoulder, and then raise it up towards the sky. Inhale, beautiful. Exhale, slowly, elbows bend, bring the blocks towards the center of your chest and squeeze them as if you're just squeezing. Literally have now something to press on. I use the heel of my hands to slowly come on the edges of those blocks, and I squeeze those blocks against each other, activating my shoulders, activating my chest, gaining strength on my arms. Breathing in. Shaking is a really good sign. That means that you're coming to the physiological edge or boundary of your body, right? Your muscles are really activated. So squeeze towards those blocks. Let your jaw, let your neck be neutral. It's just your chest. Hugely important to activate that front part of your body to maintain support into the neck area when your last long inhalation happens. And your back is really flat and your lower back is really long. Inhale, your abdominal muscles become stronger because you're now have awakened those muscles. Exhale and release slowly. Hands and elbows and fingers, very, very kindly. Allow this time your body to turn slowly over one side into the ground. So you're going to let the blocks just stay close by, not too far. And you're going to turn your belly facing towards the ground and your head slowly facing towards the floor, and the block slowly coming gently close by with less movement, right? There's a lot of blood. You've been laying on your back in supine position. So there's a lot of blood has come to the back of your body and towards your head. So moving sometimes give us a little bit of a headache, a flash headache or dizziness or whatever happens into your body sometimes. So just be aware that it's very natural that your body is now reshifting all its blood pressure, all the activity that you create into your body. With your chin, with your hands coming maybe under your forehead into crocodile pose, and the back of the hands receive the forehead. So you now have a neutral position for your spine, for your neck, for your hips, and your body exhales very, very gently into this position. Allow your back to be long and wide, your abdomen to be long and wide, your hips. Find the top edges of those hip bones and place them deeply into your yoga mat. And when your body's ready, allow your head to stay just where it is and simply raise your right leg. Your right leg comes off the floor without twisting your hip. It's only the foot, the shin, the knee, maybe the thigh that raises. And you point away the toes from the ground, away from the hip, activating the toes, or maybe flexing the toes. For some of us, the calf is helped by flexing the foot, the complete foot. It's not just the toes, it's not just the ball of your toes, but the entire. So find that your knee is active, that your glute muscles are active, that your thigh engages. One more time, find those muscles, not lifting your head, not tensing to your shoulders. Allow your last 2 breaths. Exhale, and then release that right leg slowly from the hip to your thigh, to your knee, to your toes. So what does it mean to soften that leg to the back side? And that we're still working with the core muscles, right? With the back muscles, with the lower back muscles, with the glute area, with your thighs, with your abdomen, right toenails on the ground, left leg prepares to raise off the ground from the foot, from the shin, from your knee, from your thigh, and your shoulders. Are you tensing to your shoulders? Are you rolling your shoulders down towards the sides of your ears and down away from them into the ground? And your neck is clear, that your glute muscles and active toes activate the ankle and the knee. So you're supporting the knee, and your left leg is as high as it comes. And doesn't mean that you have to force it. More important is length. Pull it away from the glute, from the hip, and find that your leg is long and extended, that your right knee is not doing all the work, that your jaw and your face and your bite is not tensing, that you're breathing. Let your last 2 breaths hold it without raising the hip from the ground, without twisting your back. Inhale deeply and exhale down towards the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath. Let your body exhale, right leg one more time. Slowly lengthens off the ground and support, tuck in the chin. Do not raise completely the hip, do not twist it. You can raise it, but you don't twist it. Let your last breath in and exhale, slowly bring it from the hip down through your knee towards the toenails. Inhale the left off the ground as you breathe in. Hold it 2 more breaths. Empty your gut. Use your abdomen one more time. Inhale, inhale, length. Exhale your left hip, thigh, knee, toes to the ground. Right side inhales. Tall, tall, tall. Exhale, down, 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 down to your right. Inhale to your left. Breathe in. Make sure your shoulders and your neck just remain balanced. Exhale to your left. Last one time. Right side moves and extends and broadens towards the sky. And exhale slowly towards the ground in your final long inhalation to your left. Again, do not just swing it. Hold it, support it, breathe into it. Exhale from the hip towards your toenails. Relax. Breath in. Observe your body slowly softening. Take your toes, flex them in. Allow your toes to tuck under your ankles. Bring your chin, your forehead into the ground while your arms open to the sides of your body, and your hands are going to slowly be placed directly on the sides of your hips or glutes, facing the palms of the hands towards the floor.
and your jaw, your forehead is staying on the ground, and you're going to slowly raise your heels away from the body so that pulls your thighs and knees gently off the ground, and you feel your body again. The closer you walk your toes in, the higher your hips are going to come. And do not force your neck. It's not about the pressure on the neck area. It's about your hands just simply giving you balance and then raising your glutes as if you're just tucking the belly. Your belly tends to pouch out, tuck it in, and see if your knees come and bring your thighs a little bit higher. Maybe raise your hips a little bit taller and your jaw draws in, your chin stays, your nose or your forehead on the ground. Find that your shoulders are not tightened. You're not holding through your shoulders. Inside of the crease of the elbows is connected towards the floor. One more time. Find those glutes, activating, raise those hips a little bit taller, and then exhale, release slowly, hips, thighs, and knees to the ground. Stretch your toenails, breath in. Exhale all the way out when and if your body's ready. One more time, bring your hands into crocodile pose. Palms of hands facing the ground, the forehead on the back of your hands, and then let your body be long. Shoulders, elbows create length into your body. You're really stretching your feet, become longer through your legs, creating again that extension between your vertebrae. And when your body's ready, raise your hands. Your neck is neutral, your head is neutral, and you're simply raising your elbows and underarms and arms off the ground. And then at the same time, start raising your toes, your shins, your knees, your thighs off the ground. Not because you're looking up, you're looking towards the ground. So your arms and chest come off the floor, thighs come off the ground. You're floating just into that midpoint of your body. Deep breath, engage your glutes. Legs are tighter towards each other, more intense the position is. When your body's ready, last long position, engage all those muscles of the core, and then exhale and release. Beautiful. Soften. Roll your heels so your hips and legs relax. Soften the shoulders. Very, very gently from this position. We're going to slowly engage the legs. That means that your glutes and thighs are active. You're going to flex the toes so they're tucked under your ankles. Your hands are going to come very gently next to your shoulders. Your forehead is going to slowly place into the floor so your body feels that the elbows come very close to your rib cage and they move away from the ears to just move the shoulder blades. So let the elbows, again, press as if your elbows are coming tight towards your ribs and low towards your hips. And your jaw draws in, crown of it extends, breath in. When your body is ready, exhale as if your hands are really creating a little bit of traction into the floor and your elbows press away from the shoulders. One more time, the entire scapular area moves. Inhale. Exhale all the way through and then raise the elbows. Shrug your shoulders. Bring your shoulders towards your ears, towards the sides of your neck, while the elbows are tall and you almost as if you're contracting the shoulder blades into the sides of your neck and open your back. Breath in. Elbows are tall. When your body is ready, exhale to your tummy one more time. Raise your elbows a little bit higher and tighter. And then exhale, move them back. Move your shoulders back. Move the elbows back towards your hips. Move them away from the ears. And one more time, inhale, raise them. Shrug your shoulders really tight. And then exhale, move them back. Move the scapular area. The entire rest of your body is secure. One more time, breath in. Shrug, shrug, shrug. As we started the yoga practice, right? Moving those shoulders, the scapular area, the closest shoulder blades are towards each other. One last final time. Shrug, moving. And exhale, shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, exhale. Very nice. Soften. Use your hands. Tuck your toes. And when your body's ready, raise slowly your head. Raise a little bit of your chest. Raise a little bit of your belly. And press into Chaturanga Dandasana, into plank position. Find your thighs, your knees, and do not push down through your shoulders. Open your shoulders broad outside the chest and engage your glutes, engage your thighs, engage your abdomen, engage your pectoral muscles, your jaw draws in, crown head extends. Broaden your body through your shoulders. Soften the elbows, do not push into the heel of the hands, to engage your thumbs and index. Pinky wide. One more time, breath in. Exhale your tummy, squeeze your glutes.
flex your belly button area. Last long extension. The crown of the head is pressed away from the heels, and your heels move even farther away from the crown of the head. And when your last long deep breath in, flex your knees, exhaling, move your hips slowly back towards your heels and let your block come in. This is where you bring it for the final time, possibly under your head, as tall as you need to, under your forehead, as tall as the block needs to be, or as flat as it needs to be, and rest the head on that block. Allow your hips to move towards your heels. Again, your block can be as tall as you want it or as your body needs it. There's no, again, better or worse position here. Yoga is really understanding our internal process, right? And what does it feel like for me today? It doesn't qualify you, doesn't make a judgment about you, it's about connection. Can I understand with full grace and with full kripa what it means to connect to this beautiful instrument of our physical body as an instrument? And the neck becomes neutral and light, and my hips press against the seat of my pants, and my shoulders and elbows relax towards the ground, and my body lengthens slowly towards the floor. And when my body is breathing, I can feel my tummy coming in. And as I inhale, I can feel the expansion of my lungs against the intercostals. And I can feel how the breastbone and chest move to support the spine in your last long deep breath. Exhale all the way through, very, very kindly and maybe controversially. We're going to slowly bring the body on hands and knees. I should say unexpectedly, because that's me. Allow your hands to slowly come under the shoulders. On hands and knees, we're going to flex the toes under the feet. I'm going to very, very softly, not rushing, not forcing anything. We're going to raise the knees and then press walk into, again, that Svanasana position, right? The dog pose. So finding that one heel walks and the entire barrel of your body rotates. So if I press my left heel, almost like my torso rotates to look under my left underarm. And then I do the opposite side as I breathe in and exhale through the right side. My barrel of my chest looks towards the right side. And not because I'm pushing on my shoulders. I'm quite the contrary, opening my calves, my hamstrings, all the meridians along my leg. And the meridians are just simply conduits, a very subtle conduits of energy along my body. And I can look and rotate my head and soften my shoulders and underarm and chest. One, my body is inhaling. I can feel it. Can I exhale and then walking as if my heels are closest to the floor, my toes are almost lifting every time that I get longer into this pose when my body is ready. Exhale, exhale, and then slowly adjust. Both feet, they should be about hip distance from each other, some general indicator that my hands are slowly pressing to the ground and pushing my hips away from the shoulders, away from the wrists, away from the elbows, and my head drops because that creates a neutrality onto my neck. And my shoulder blades move towards each other because that holds the cervical spine in position and aligns it and helps those shoulder blades press, and the abdomen flattens and the rib cage opens and my glutes are raised and extend away from the hands when my body is able to breathe all the way out. And I can just relax into this pose. It doesn't mean that my knees are locked. My knees can be as bent as needed. It doesn't mean that my heels have to touch the ground either. Most importantly is the balls of my toes are on the floor. Where my last long exhalation, can I feel my entire body just moving closer towards the ground? Then I can raise my heels as I breathe in and then drop my knees to the floor as I exhale, and I feel my body slowly rotating. So one hip stays on the ground, extending my legs as I started the yoga practice gently with my legs crossed, my legs extended. I need to use my blocks under my knees. I need to use the blocks under my hips. It doesn't matter. Finding my body slowly sitting for a few seconds and observe my head and my hands supporting. If I need to use my blocks for just 1 second, both of them, to place them right on the sides of my thighs and hold that position, or I can place my blocks in front of my body so my torso is able to rest my elbows, my hands, so my torso starts leaning forward. Maybe it's placing the block under my chest, so my chest is supported and I can just hang into my chest and my forehead is resting on the opposite block. There's all kinds of options to let your body just be neutral and let that cervical spine, that thoracic spine, the lumbar spine, all those 33 vertebrae to just really hang. And what happens when you are releasing into that position? Your neck, your head, your shoulders, your vertebrae column. And you allow your breath to support the softness. And the exhalation to surrender one more time. Take a long, deep breath that opens and widens the shoulder blades, the vertebrae column. And when my body is ready to just finally let go and just feel and come to the edge of that movement. And then my hands and my arms slowly start helping. It's not my back, definitely it's not my neck. And I slowly bring my body to come very gently into upright position one more time. And I can feel my torso, my spine becoming longer. I can feel my back becoming taller. I can feel my tailbone area coming deeper into the ground. I can feel my hands resting with the back of my hands on my thighs and my index touching my thumb into Gyan Mudra. Gyan means knowledge. Or my hands resting, the palms of hands on my thighs, knees, or my waist, or my hips, or resting one on top of each other in front of my pelvic area. So my elbows and shoulders are relaxed, and I find for a second my body just balanced. So what feels more? There's tons of options. And my senses, right? This is all this process of moving and adjusting and reconnecting to our strength, to our core. So what does it feel like for my body today? What is it that I find in this moment? So where am I? Where is my light? Where's the little candle that we talked about at the beginning of the class? Where is it that I hang my hope? Where is it that I look forward to? Where's my strength inside? And maybe it's about focusing our attention into an idea and focusing to that mantra of the day, of my day today. Or maybe it's about creating an image or visualizing that image in my mind's eye of that amazing person or personality in my life that brings joy, brings solace, that brings this immense love. And my breath becomes natural and gentle, rhythmic to my mood and intention. Those vibrations on my heart. going to bring my right hand directly on my heart center and place it softly to find softness in my heart. And I bring my left to come on top of my right. There's no expectation, there's only an intention. Redefining every breath, redefining the intent of my life. Doing true yoga, true connection. And nothing external can bring that in. Lives right within us. That sense that brings in itself a sense of harmony and awakens in us that awareness of peacefulness that invites us to look at things for our own truth. And most important, feeds that flame is inside of us with the purity of selfless, divine love. So much.